story. Who was it? Buddy? What's that guy's name? The little short comedian, Buddy. Who am I thinking of, Clark?
Buddy Hackett.
Yeah, Hackett. And the story he told about the fella who had a problem with his voice, and he goes to the doctor. He says, "Doctor, I got this problem with my voice, And the doctor looks at him and he says, "Well, I have to examine you." And he does, and he comes back, and he talks to the guy later, and he says, "Well, I found what the problem is here. It's that where most men have 2, you have 4. And that's what's causing the problem with your voice. You just have too much. So what we can do is remove 2 of them, and then that should take care of the problem with your voice. Now, who's already heard this story?
Not me.
Not me.
Okay, so they do the operation, and then a couple of weeks later, the patient comes in for a follow-up, and he says, "Doctor, thanks, I appreciate it. My voice is back to normal. Everything's, I really appreciate what you've done for me. But ever since the operation, I've been having problems in bed." And he says, "I didn't tell you before, doctor, but I had this really active sexual, life, and I've had lots of girls. Sometimes I did 2, 3 at one time. But I can't do it anymore. And I was wondering if you could, reverse the operation and put me back like it was." And the doctor says, "I'm sorry, that's going to be impossible."
Oh. Dum-dum-dum.
Dum-dum. I got the live stream going now, so if anybody wants to go, let's do this. Turn that down a little bit there. Go take a gander, you can. W3MMR?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I think the signals are getting better the more I listen. So, just read 20. Yep, signals are building. It went to a slight no between 4 and 5 o'clock, and now the signals are building.
Yeah, you guys are quite strong, man. That's faux show.
Are they building back better or building back worse?
Building back better. Oh my God, Bob.
Oh, speaking of which, I don't know if you guys saw the president today, but he made an announcement. He said that in the spring, the farmers are going to be allowed to come out of COVID lockdown for 2 weeks to do all their planting. They're calling the new plan 15 days to sow the spread.
Oh my God.
To what, the spread?
So, like sowing a seed.
Yes, sir. All right. Very good.
I had to turn him off, Jim. I couldn't listen to that idiot for very long.
Joe Biden sucks clock. He's not an idiot. He's a buffoon.
I think
Yeah, it was between tapioca and naps.
Double, 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 double.
Is Brett still here?
Yes.
Yes, I am.
Oh, baby.
Get triggered today, Brett.
I don't get triggered. I just get disgusted.
I get triggered.
Oh man, I triggered Brett. I actually have a recording of it. I was recording it at the time, Brett. I'm trying to decide what I want to do with it, but Brett was triggered today on 40 meters.
Let's go, Brandon.
Brett, not Brent. Damn it.
Yeah, Brett. I'm talking about Brett into whatever it is, DTS.
I thought you were talking about Brent. Oh. Oh.
Yeah, I heard that this afternoon. There's a big difference.
So for once, it wasn't me screaming at somebody.
Oh, no, he was.
Hey, Perry, you were in rare form. I'll make sure I got it. I was listening to the YouTube video after I stopped laughing.
Oh, you're just talking about dumb twink syndrome?
Yeah.
That was funny. I've never heard you get that pissed.
Yeah, well, some people just get under my skin to that point. But, yeah, that's water under the bridge, man. But I guess it's on YouTube forever.
Well, I got to admit, it's funny. And rightly so, after I heard the dumb crap that was going on. You know, I haven't heard from him lately.
He gets on every now and then. He's probably listening. He's on usually after us. Anytime I've heard him on, it's been like after this whole group kind of goes away and a little bit later. But I think he was on last night.
What are you talking about, dumb twink syndrome?
Nah, I don't want to mention call signs, but, you know, he should have apologized and be done with it.
You mean don't tell sis?
You can't apologize to an idiot.
No. No, not him. No. If you want to know, just search W3MMR gets pissed off or something, whatever it is in YouTube, and then his call's right there.
I thought W2BTK was called right there.
There you go. Well, there Clark has it.
So there. I don't know if Charlie's still in here, but I still didn't get the clip of Charlie's coax meandering naked woman, Clark. That's still a funny story. I wish you had recorded that.
I did.
Oh, Charlie was going to send it to me, but he doesn't have a computer.
I'm sorry, what was he going to send you?
Picture of
The same file that you have.
I'll send it.
I had given you permission to send Brent the picture.
The girl next door.
Oh my God, that's hilarious.
Brent the picture?
Yeah, I had given you permission to send Brent that picture.
Well, didn't I? Who the hell did I send it to? Oh, hell, it went to CNN. I'm sorry. No. All right, Brent, yeah, I'll send it to you now.
Uh-oh. Charlie.
So if I play back a recording of Brett triggered on 40 meters today, how much trouble would I get into?
I double dog dare you. Go ahead.
Nah, don't start nothing, man. Oh, boy.
No, that question was right for you, though, Perry, because what it goes to is the legality of rebroadcasting or retransmitting amateur radio communications.
Oh, brother.
Hold on, I'm in the middle of something. Yeah, man.
Well, I mean, really, how much trouble could I get in?
You know what? None.
California's been doing it for 20 years.
All right, Brent, it went out.
I sure like it out.
The picture you requested is on its way.
I don't know. I just think it's going to start trouble because he's listening right now. He was on here about 45 minutes ago, so I'm sure he's not far.
Well,
Oh my God. I can't unsee that.
how about if we ask his permission?
Clark and Charlie, I can't unsee that picture.
Imagine finding that in your backyard, pulling on the coax wires that go up into the tree.
Tugging on your big, thick, black coax.
Oh, my God.
Charlie, I feel your pain. You know, don't let her pull on your Johnson anymore, okay?
Brent, I got so upset. I didn't realize she was high as a kite. I thought she was, just lost in my beans. I kept telling her she needed to leave my property and stop pulling on things, and she laughed and said, "No, it's okay. I can be here."
She almost pulled his Johnson through the wall of his house. Imagine that.
You know, Charlie, it wouldn't have been so bad, but, she's a 9 Corona girl.
Brent, did you really think that didn't exist? That was not a true story? Did you need photographic evidence?
More like a case, Brent.
No, it's just hilarious. And I wish, hearing Charlie tell the story, if you had recorded that, that's probably funnier than the picture.
I have that recorded.
Charlie tells it with such a straight-laced approach, that's it's gotta be hilarious. Almost as you telling the story about the high school chick that got zapped on the ass.
A lightning bolt that went through her skirt. Yeah. No, well, I am keeping my word, Charlie. I am not posting it to QRZ, but man, if you ever wanted to be a rock star, I'll be your ghostwriter.
Oh, God, that makes the mind's eye water just looking at that thing.
Now, think about that. What ham radio story or what story would you need to have in order to post a picture, post a story on QRZ about a naked woman, a butt-ass naked woman? It has got to have a ham radio tie-in, or, you'll be, banned forever. But, hey, this story's legit. That's the best part. They couldn't possibly, they couldn't possibly ban someone for posting a story like that. It's a naked chick, and it's got a 100% ham radio tie-in. Hey.
Like as in the naked news.
Yeah, she could start a service, Charlie. Pulling coax.
If you need your coax pulled, that's lumber.
1-800 naked meth head.
Oh my God, antenna services. Wow.
You got to admit, that is pretty damn funny, though. That's what I love about 73. You never know what you're going to step in.
See, that's the thing about the story, because I heard it a while back, and you're right. Charlie told the story perfectly. He's just marching along with it, in order, total matter of fact. The whole thing about when the police showed up and how, every police officer in Rhode Island responded to a call of a naked woman, just crawled out of a river. It was amazing. It was like you could see every police officer in the state somehow showed up for that call. Weird, huh? But I'm listening to the story I'm half is this for real? Because he's just telling it like it's a newspaper story. This is amazing.
Yeah, the best part is when the 5 police officers were leading her out to the street, and none of them had given her anything to cover herself. And they get around the corner of my house only to realize that the entire neighborhood has come out to see what's going on. So they promptly led her back into the backyard and waited for a rescue to come because they didn't want to touch her. The rescue came, put her on a gurney, covered her up, and wheeled her all the way out to the next street because my street was all congested with police cruisers.
I don't know, Charlie. I feel your pain. I got rid of the Fruit Loops next door, so lucky you.
Well, thankfully she doesn't live near here. I guess this summer a bunch of them were camping out in the woods on the other side of the river or something, and she escaped from the camp.
You know, my wife worked in social services when I met her, and right after they deinstitutionalized the Tewksbury Nut Farm, and they used to sit on the stone wall outside the hospital. We used to call them walnuts.
Sounds like you needed some squirrels.
But, you know, they weren't, most of those were truly mentally ill, whether it be Downs or blue babies and, you know, whatever mental disorders. But drugs are a different game. Isn't it PCP that makes people go naked?
Can you imagine a PCP outbreak at a ham fest?
No.
Yeah, unsee that.
Yeah, that sounds scary, Clock.
Frightening.
Yeah, pretty much. Holy cow, did you see what just went by on a mobility scooter? Oh, I can't unsee it.
You know, my wife's gonna get a big laugh out of this one. She heard the story, but I gotta send her the picture. We'll go with it.
Yeah, who needs fiction when you've got truth?
I want fiction, I just turn on the news.
Further in the back of my radio.
Who needs fiction when you have pulp?
Great movie.
Am I getting through to you now?
Yeah, that's a little better.
Oh, yeah, W3MMR, because I haven't said that in quite a while. Hold on, let me look at something here. I'll look at my... See what kind of positive peaks I'm doing. 113%. Whoa.
You rebel.
You shot Marvin in the head.
I love the music.
I don't eat bacon. I don't eat a filthy animal.
I love the music in the movie.
I'm looking for, I want to watch a Christmas movie. But, like, I'm talking Christmas Vacation or something.
No. You gotta watch It's a Wonderful Life. That's a real classic.
You can watch Santa Does Dallas.
And by the way, Perry, if you do watch It's a Wonderful Life, you'll hear a lead character sounds just like me throughout the whole film.
You can watch Debbie Does Bidum.
Debbie Does Brandon?
Bidum.
Joe Biden.
I love that.
Hey, was your email, your call sign at Comcast.net?
You double with somebody, Charlie.
Have I got it now?
Yep.
Yeah, Brent, was your call sign at Comcast.net?
Yes, Charlie.
Video to show your wife.
Yes. Oh, you know the guy, that race car driver, Brandon, whatever his name is, put out a statement because it affected his life. Oh my God, it's funny.
Yeah, but he said I can understand why they did it.
Yeah, he kind of made a right turn with his comment, Bob, and oh my God, you know, it's so appropriate though. Very well worded.
That's the most notoriety he'll ever have.
I agree with you.
Let's go, Brandon.
Yeah, how many NASCAR drivers have people shouting that all over the country? Actually, there's plenty to get associated with that.
What, Thin Lips Danica? They couldn't drive worth a damn, and then she blamed her pit crew for everything?
Wow. Tell us how you really feel.
Yeah, but she's hot, though.
Oh.
Not that hot.
No, she's hot.
Yeah, she was.
She's about as hot as they come, man. Whew. And she was like tiny.
Yeah, but she couldn't drive to save her ass, Perry.
Gym pictures on the treadmill.
Hey, the first race she did, the Indy 500, she did pretty damn good, but...
What was that, Jim?
Yeah,
What?
she looked pretty damn good doing it.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, I wouldn't kick her out of bed for eating animal crackers, but
there's more room on the floor.
Yeah, her attitude was pretty flawed, and I have no patience for blaming other people for your shortcomings.
I'd kick her out of bed. There's more room on the floor.
Man, trust me.
Hey, Bob, did you drop the power? Not KBW, Bob. ENY, Bob. Did you drop your power down?
No, I'm still at 100 watts.
That's
Band.
Yeah, it's the band.
You gotta follow her on Instagram, man. Holy shit, the stuff that she posts.
Who, Danica?
Oh man, top-down pictures when she's on the treadmill. Ooh la la.
Yeah, I seen her in a dress and high heels. She not bad.
Yeah, Danica. I like that.
Yeah, man, she's she's a fox, dude. That's for sure. I'm short. I'm like 5'7", so the shorter the woman, the better.
Spinner.
What, so you can put your beer on her head?
Well, I mean, I don't like, I don't like looking up all the time. I gotta look up like at everybody all day long. I wanna, at least feel like I'm taller than somebody.
I think is a fox is the governor of Dakota there, Kristi Noem.
W1IA at 6:30. Could be worse. You could have Fester from Chicago.
Yeah, she's a babe. KBW.
Yeah, Lori Lightfoot. She's a babe. She looks like, the Addams Family. Fester.
No, she looks like Edward Scissorhands.
She looks like Admiral Akbar.
Bald-headed bitch.
It's a trap!
Yeah, she's the Black Fester of the Addams Family.
Isn't that she stuck her finger in a light socket?
So, yeah, there's some flawed people out there.
You think?
Who's that?
She didn't always look that way, though. I've seen somebody...
Yeah, what happened to her?
I don't know, man. She became a communist, and then her looks just went to hell.
That's it. We have a correlation now.
Oh, man, yeah. It'll do it to you every time.
Did I tell you I fixed my RF problem, Brent?
I don't know, what was it? In the modulator, Bobby?
No, it's stupid. I grounded everything. I put ferrite cores on the whole house, and nothing worked. I took a wire and I hooked it on the back of the computer and grounded it, and that was the end of it.
You're telling me the big E-rig was failing because of the computer?
Yeah, well, it wasn't failing. It kept going out on overload.
Because RF, right?
So how the hell did the computer have anything to do with that?
Isn't it driving the E-rig?
Yeah, well, because the computer puts 2 watts into the A to D converter in the E-rig, and if the computer has a slight glitch, you can't see it. Like if it only puts 2 watts out, but if it first.
Sorry.
If that wattage, it glitches, the overload shutdown says, and it shuts down.
Now, not to be a killjoy, Bob, but you just dropped out.
I know it did. Yay. 5, yay.
It's a lot better than what it was. It's just get like a whole bunch of braid and a big ass piece of copper and just bolt the computer to it.
Yeah, there you go. Let's see. Yeah, no, it's kind of okay. Oh, wait, I'm running obscene power. Oh, no. Oh, geez, I got to turn this down. Hold on.
Yeah, you're like 60 over when you beat on the mic.
Yeah, you're pretty strong.
Obscene power.
Okay, that's more better. Let's see.
Not fixed.
That's all right.
You keep telling yourself that, Bob.
What's that?
Just keep telling yourself that.
Yeah, no, that's all right. Tap on the microphone.
Yeah, it was
Hey, down the
funny.
microphone.
Before I get all the audio equipment bypassed, you could hear the rumble from the dryer going through the desk. And the subharmonic components can be pretty obnoxious.
Have you guys been hearing any like subsonic stuff on my audio tonight?
Not at all, Perry.
Good, then I must have gotten it straightened out. Because I used to, until I put the low cut up to 40 hertz, I had it down at 0, down at freaking DC, man. Every time my knee would hit the desk, and the way this mic boom and SM7B, it's like connected to the desk, basically. There's no shock, really, except for the little one inside the mic, but shock, setup or whatever. But, yeah, all right, cool.
Yeah, we heard that tingle in your leg.
Oh, my. Let's see. It's okay.
I keep hearing it cutting out, but yeah. Yeah, we used to be able to hear the kids walking across the upstairs, and that reverberation would go through the desk. It's amazing how much energy subharmonics take up in a transmitter.
That's amazing. I can see every time he hits the microphone, the needle goes up and bounces off the pin all the way on the right.
Well, the E-rigs have, they got, they can pick up.
There goes the band.
Going south, Perry?
Yeah.
E-rigs will go down to, what, a half a hertz? Frequency response? Yeah, you're going to hear all that rumble stuff.
Is there room for one more?
Is that George?
Yeah, we're signal.
Didn't you try to break in earlier?
Oh, thanks. Okay, good. Hi. Just want to say, in case propagation changes, et cetera, best wishes to all of you. Stay safe, and of course, I hope to talk to you guys before Christmas. But hey, Merry Christmas, and hopefully we'll talk before New Year's. Bob, good to hear you in there. I haven't heard you for a while. This was WB2HJK, making believe I have a life. 70 for real.
Yeah, I haven't heard you in a long time. But, how can I say? Been like two ships in the fog, I guess.
Hey, the list is Florida.
Good,
Hello to George, if that's George in there. Actually, you got a great signal, George. Yeah, hit and run like a cheap date, huh?
Ooh, that hurt. Yeah. Never thought of myself like that.
Drive by.
I'm going to hightail it over to 160. I just got down in the shack. So I'll take a few moments of, how would I put it, breathing, and catch up on the project here while I listen to your wonderful guys. Again, thank you all for making me enjoy AM. WB2HC.
Just tell them it's a drive-by, George.
good,
Yeah, I'm going to go to 160, Bob. I'm going to load up the gray hair net. I heard Frank make reference to it, so I'm out of here. W1IA, good evening, all.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna head down there too in a while. As soon as the band goes along here, I'll be at
60.
60.
Exactly.
50.
that's good.
My monkey puppet's broke.
That's funny. My son's in the chat. I'm live streaming right now, and he's watching the chat. But hey, good evening to you, George, and good to hear you, man. Yeah, I thought I heard you breaking earlier. And my son said you're George W. Bush. He's listening down in South Carolina right now, man. That's funny. Anyway, yeah, George, good to hear you, and Merry Christmas to you. If I don't hear you, before then, W3MMR.
Thank you, Perry. You too.
Well, Merry Christmas, George, from KM4XG.
You guys.
Be right back, guys.
Noise I couldn't make him out, but thank you. Merry Christmas to you too. It's kind of distorted. It's only my receipt conditions and nothing to do with you guys. Okay, I'm back to my soldering fingers and saying crazy. This was WB2HC. Can you catch me on 160? Hopefully. Bye.
Yeah, man. I thought he'd never leave.
Who's that, IST?
No. No.
Hey, so I've been playing a little bit of 40 today. I heard you up there with Social Sis, and anyway, I don't know what that thing was that Terry was talking about, but anyways, Nicholas Storch, Paul up there, and the rest of the guys. And I've been planning on getting on there one of these days, and my 75 meters, it kind of hasn't really worked that well up there. So either I'm going to put up the Crashcraft D4 that I bought like 2 years ago, or I'll put up some other variant. I was actually looking into fishing poles that they sell that are like 11 meters long. And I was thinking about maybe putting something like that together with a piece of like 22 gauge wire inside of that. It's pretty cool stuff. I could do this for like under $100.
W3MMR back.
Come on, man. What kind of a fishing pole is 11 meters long?
Did you say a fishing pole is 30? That's 33 feet long.
Yeah, exactly. I was poking around on some website or Google or something. I saw somebody use a fishing pole and they wound on the outside like some skinny wire and just put it up, and it's like this thing will weigh like nothing. Like I don't know what the reach survivability of it is. I mean, I wouldn't expect it to be 60 miles an hour, but I think this would be a cool little project.
Yeah, that's crazy. I've seen like big surf rods before, man, but definitely not that big.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen 10-foot surf rods before, but I haven't seen anything like this. And there's a couple manufacturers over in the UK that are doing this, and I don't know what their deal is, but yeah, this one guy here. I'm like, what do you do with that? But I don't really care what you do with it. I'm just thinking about using it as an antenna.
I gotcha. Cool, man. It's a good idea. The band's starting to go away. That's for sure. Brent, are you still in there? Bob, are you still in there? Yeah, their band's going away. I'm gonna get out of here, Bob. Probably go down to 160, see what's going on down there. Maybe we'll catch you later on. W2ENY, W3MOR.
Yeah, right on, brother. We'll catch you on we'll see what happens tomorrow. I'm almost caught up on eBay stuff. I got like 3 orders I need to do in the morning, and I'm hoping to maybe go do lunch at the sushi place, take some pictures of my boat, how they have the heat shrink and shrink wrap done, so I can buy a door and bring that Ragchew in there and go inside there and hang out for a little bit. But anyway, yeah, we'll see how it goes. I had some crap go on at work today, and I was kind of hoping for a shrink week this week. Anyway, all right, Tim 3 all best. Jimmy, you stuck in there? You heading out at 160, or what's the story? I think I got another. I'll probably get another 15, so I'll probably grab another beer and finish it out.
All right, man. Well, good deal. Sounds good. And glad you're all caught up. That business, that keeps you pretty busy, man. That side little gig you got going on, that's pretty cool, dude, that you're doing that. Catch you on the flip side, man. W3OR.
Yeah, trust me, man. It's killing me. I mean, it's great money, but it's killing me. It's like rolling 3-month average is over $200 a day.
K4KYV calling CQ. CQ 160. CQ 160 meters AM phone. This is K4KYV. K4KYV calling. Kilowatt 4. Kilowatt. Yesterday, the Volkswagen. K4KYV calling CQ and listening in AM mode. CQ 160 calling CQ. CQ 160 meters AM phone calling CQ. Hello CQ calling CQ. CQ 160 meters AM phone. This is K4KYV. K4KYV calling. Kilowatt 4. Kilowatt. Yesterday, the Volkswagen. K4KYV calling CQ. Hello CQ, calling CQ. Calling CQ 160 meters AM phone. This is K4KYV calling. K4KYV calling CQ. CQ 160. CQ 160 meters AM phone. This is K4KYV. K4KYV calling. Kilowatt 4. Kilowatt. Yesterday, the Volkswagen. K4KYV calling CQ and
do that like at night. It would be cool like that. Anyway, let me grab a cold cocktail. I'm not sure if I'm gonna stick on here or go up to the Big 85. See how it goes. This is W2EMS. Some feedback. So who's left in here tonight? Me or everybody go dead? Who are you? Well, you can see what's left of Big 85. See what's happening there. This is W2. New Hampshire is hearing you. So, K1KBW, I wonder, are you here in Jim or Dan? Dan, and he's in Wisconsin. So, K1KBW and the group K4KYV.
K4KYV, K1KB. No, Don, I'm not hearing him at all, but I hear you fine. You're blasted in here. So, pick it up with him, and I'll listen out for a bit.
Okay, Bob, you're not as strong in here as I used to hear you on 160. I've heard you a lot stronger, so it may just be still too early in the day. But, well, appreciate the call. Maybe we'll catch you here in a little bit when bad conditions improve. And Dan, I wondered if you were hearing Bob. He said he's not hearing you. K9 UHF, this is K4KYV. Okay, Dave, I don't
right back at you there, Don. Oh, I heard him that time. I guess the band changed around, so it's a little bit early. But I couldn't make out all of what he was saying, but I did hear him that time. Before I didn't hear him at all.
Yeah, well, that's I guess that's the time of day when the propagation is just beginning to set in on 160. What do you use? I believe you have a Class E transmitter. What do you use for an antenna on 160?
Actually, it's a little bit short, Don. It's a skirted dipole. It's up at about almost 90 feet, but it's only 102 feet long on each leg, 204 feet total.
So what's it fed with? Are you feeding with open wire line or coax or what?
Yeah, open wire feed line and a home-built link-coupled tuner.
Well, it's doing. Now, what's a skirted dipole? What's the difference between a skirted dipole and a regular dipole?
Well, the skirted dipole, the sides hang down like a skirt.
Oh, okay, I see. So it's rather than an inverted V with where it droops, it goes out horizontal, but then it drops down. Is that right?
Yep. Yeah, it used to be an 80-meter dipole. The ends are up at 60 feet. And what I did was I just dropped the ends down, attached the wire to them, put them back up at 60 feet, and dropped 40-foot vertical straight down.
It's doing a nice job down this way. Like I said, I've heard you on this band a couple of times this season, and you are actually quite a bit stronger than right now. But it just may be that maybe the band's not open. I was up in your neck of the woods a couple of weeks ago, visiting my daughter. She lives near North Conway, New Hampshire. I was up and spent a few days with her, and then my stepfather-in-law lives down in Cape Cod, so we spent a few days down with him. And while I was up that way, I did make a trip over to Timfrons. I spent just about 3 hours over at Tim's because of the short day. It was a couple of hours drive over there, and of course a couple of hours back. As short as the days, this time of the year, we didn't really have time to spend a lot of time there, but we did stop by. So I had a nice trip up north. The first time I'd been out of the state since before the pandemic.
Oh, very good. Yeah, well, you're only about a 9.5 to a 10 here, Don. So it's the band. It's still too early. It's not even 7 o'clock yet. So we're starting to pick up because you started out, you were 8.5, and now you're up to about a 10. So the band's starting to come along.
Yeah, well, that's it seems like that what I hear down here, I think there's a lot more activity up in your neck of the woods on this band than there is here. I've noticed that very often, I can work a few stations early in the evening. It seems like that from what I hear down here, about after about 8 or 8:30 in the evening, they roll up the sidewalk and expand. The conditions might be excellent. There's just nobody on. Everybody goes to bed.
Yeah, well, I usually stay up late, so I'm usually on. Of course, lately I haven't been. I've been in and out of the hospital. I've been in the hospital like 4 times in the past couple of months. So hopefully I'm done with all that crap, and we're gonna be home for the duration this time, and I'll be able to get on and stay on the radio.
Well, I hope that whatever it was that was keeping you in the hospital, I hope that's gone away. That can be a drag to have something like that happen. The last time I had any major hospital time was back, I was about 12 years ago when I had my hip replaced. And actually, I was only in the hospital for a couple of days.
still would have traded with you. That was in time before last. I went in, ran out of blood. They had to give me 3 transfusions. And then I was there for 4 days. I came home a week later. I was back in there again. They had to give me another transfusion. I had to bleed somewhere. They couldn't find it. They scoped me up the rear. They scoped me down the top. And they touched in the middle. They couldn't find any bleeds. And they never did find anything. But it stopped. So I'm okay as far as that goes. But then just last week I was in the hospital. I had a collapsed lung.
Well, you dropped down that time. I kind of lost you in the noise. So I heard you say something about transfusions. I didn't really get much more of that. So the band is up and down. And, yeah, that's something I remember years ago. It didn't seem like all that long ago. I used to kind of make fun of some of these old guys. You'd hear on 75. They were talking about all their ailments and hospitalization and all their chronic diseases and everything. We used to just kind of chuckle. But now, here we are. We're on that page. I turned 80. I'll be 80 years old this coming June.
Oh, wow, you got me beat, Don. I'm 77, so I'm getting there. But, yeah, I had a bleed, and they had to give me 3 pints of blood. Came home, went back a week later, they had to give me another pint. They never did find out where I was bleeding from, and it stopped, so I'm good to go there. But then just last week, I was back in with a collapsed lung. That wasn't fun.
Oh, man. It seems like you're right. You're not having very good luck. And I assume the two conditions were unrelated. Just like you mentioned, I had the lung problem and then that unknown kidney problem. I had talking about I think it was 2017. Everything from eye drops to injections directly into the eyeball, and then they put me on prednisone. Man, that prednisone just about killed me from the side effects. But then it kind of went away after, I've been in remission from that now. It's been over a year. I haven't had the problem, so hopefully that's gone. But, they said the cause was unknown, that it was a systemic inflammation, that they never could find what was inflamed.
Well, it's like me. They couldn't find out where I was bleeding from, and then it stopped. I'll tell you, it's tough getting old, Don.
Yeah, well, at least we're still looking down at the turf, not looking up at it. Well, Bob, I think I'm going to let you go. The signal is not really a good copper like I'm used to hearing, so I think I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. I might get back out here after a while when things propagation builds back up, but I think I'm going to let you run for now, so we'll catch you another time. And thanks for the shout, 73, K1 KBW from K4 KYV.
Very good, Don. Yeah, I'm going to do the same, so you have a good one. And just in case I don't get in touch with you for a few days, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, Don. K4 KYV, K1 KBW.
Same to you, Bob. So we'll catch you later. K4 KYV now clear.
look forward to doing it again. I may come on later, but then again, who knows where the band's going to be at that point. Merry Christmas, happy, healthy New Year. Oh, look at the leveler. I didn't want the leveler that high. Hold on a second here. Oh, this was a stupid setting on the Anon. Hold on a second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That should clean things up a little bit. The leveler was pumping. Over.
Yeah, well, it dropped your average down a bit, but you still got this upper low bass thing going on with the microphone. I think it's very heavy. So maybe if you back off the mic and turn the gain up a little bit, you'll be all right. I don't know. It's pretty prevalent. It kind of rides your voice along. It makes it a little bit omnipresent in that region. You follow what I'm saying? Like, no matter what goes on in the higher frequencies, there's always like, I can't go lower.
Yeah, my voice is also like that too. All right, so very good. So we've tried to clean that up a little bit. I hope that has helped, and I really appreciate your help here. You have a high frequency enhancer. It's off now, and now it is on. This is the high frequency enhancer. I think I'd add some crud in there for shortwave to make shortwave sound like it's a hi-fi. I'm an audio engineer here, 46 years, and I'm still learning. You know what I mean? You just don't stop. You're always saying, I could do that mix a little better, or I could do this or that. So as if I don't get enough of this in the studio, I'm doing it now as a hobby. Something must be wrong with me. I think I was injected with a phonograph needle. Back to you.
All right. Well, good luck with it. As I say, if you just roam below 100 at about 6 dB per octave, it'll probably sound real good, and you still have plenty of bass in your voice. That's my opinion. As you know, your mileage may vary.
Okay, very good. Yeah, well, I did do a lot to lower it, so hopefully that will help. And what is your transmitter there, by the way? Well, I love the sound of it. It's very warm.
It's a D104. It's not my favorite D104. Both of my favorite D104s fell on the floor and died. Oh. This one's like third string. It doesn't quite have the extension on the highs that I like. It's a little bit moody. A little bit too much of that. It's not bad, but it doesn't have the zest appeal that I like.
And what is your transmitter?
Yes, I have a transmitter.
Oh, I said, what transmitter are you using? You said D104.
Yeah, I'm on my transmitter. Yes, I'm only kidding. Oh, dear. I don't want to get too serious. It's a modified Valiant 2. It has triode-connected 6 DQ5s and a bulldozed speech amp. It's got 10 megs. The first rid of the mic preamp tube. So it's not stock. I did not do the mod. I merely fixed the mod when I got this radio. I too have done audio professionally, but not an audio engineer. But sometimes I wish I had been. But that was then, and this is now. So anything else I can be happy to relate to you, whatever you wish.
Yes, we have a long list here, about 40 things. Let me get the list. Hang on a second here. Okay, you have a parking ticket that's still outstanding. How do you plan on handling that?
Geez, parking ticket, huh? Outstanding. Well, I'll have to plead my case before the judge and beg for mercy before the court, I'm sure. Will that be okay?
We can negotiate on your behalf. No problem. Okay, sir. Good to hear you. I remember your wit from last time. You had me cracking up. I was wiring something in the studio, and I called you because you were calling CQ for some obscure thing, and I stole your routine. And I was on the air last night, and I said, CQ Antarctica, CQ Antarctica. And a few stations thought that I needed to be committed. That was courtesy you.
Well, good. I expect the royalty check to be coming in the mail as a member of BMI and ASCAP. I collect my annual royalty check at 0.3 cents every year. But I'm glad I amused you, and we should talk audio sometime, maybe. I don't know. Maybe you can regale me privately sometime with tales of the studio. I, too, have been in various studios. Not that many, a handful. I spent some time in the rock and roll business in the 70s in New York City. I crossed paths with lots of famous people. I kept going and left rock and roll, which is probably one of the best choices I ever made. Although I could have become rich and famous. You never know. Or I could have become dead. There you go. WB2GCR in small bunny.
I want to get your call right. Hello. Can you give me the call? WB2C. What is it?
General coverage. Radio. Or giant chocolate resistor. That's Guy. W1FRM. Call me. I like it. Giant chocolate resistor.
Okay, I have in my notes here Bear, B-E-A-R, so that must be the name you go by.
Gun cleaning rod. Not, however, Alvin Stone.
Is this thing getting out? Again?
Sorry?
Is this thing getting out?
AM, is that Chris?
Yeah. I tried to get in a couple of times, and I guess we're doubling. Good evening, Bear and Paul. Man, long time no hear. Is that Gordon?
It is, yeah. Who's this?
This is the artist formerly known as WA2OMH. I was in your studio.
Hey, my God, what is your call now?
W2JBL. I'm really happy to hear you on the air after not hearing from you in a year.
Thank you, man. Good to hear from you, too. Yeah, I had some medical stuff, but I'm back home here, and I'm alive. Unless what you're hearing is a hologram, I don't know. I have to run down. The YL has some dinner, but wish I could hang with you, Chris. I'll try to come back later. But great to hear you. I still can hear that beautiful electric guitar that you had played through that transmitter. I don't know if you remember this. It was jazz. It was such a gorgeous, rich sound. Over.
Oh, that was probably my Gibson L48 archtop with a mini humbucker, and you were 6 miles across Long Island Sound from me, and it was through my Collins 32 V2, which I still have. Both, actually.
It sounded like $1 million. Okay, I'll let you speak with Bear. How does this sound, by the way? I'm trying an Optimod on here.
Sounds like an Optimod. It's quite good.
It sounds like an Optimod. I was told that I have too much bottom on my bottom, so I reduced the bottom.
Yeah, there was. I tuned you in before you you made the change. Yeah, well, Optimods, some of them, there's just a certain easily detectable sound, at least by my ear. Nothing wrong with it, mind you. It's just a distinctive sound.
Yeah, the way it's handling, whether it's group delay or whatever it is, but there's certainly a bunch of envelope stuff going on, and I hear it. It's very interesting. Also, when I put the attack time really fast time like this, or the release time, I should say, now you can hear it pumping. But if I slow the release time down to medium, there you go. That relaxes things a little bit. Do you hear that?
Yeah, I like that. I never, well, the only time I run a fast decay time is when I want talk power for fighting the quorum, like on sideband or something like that. Normally I set it to a second and a half, 2 seconds. So you just about got it nailed there.
Yeah, I'm listening to myself on an SDR. So, Bear, thank you for your patience while I work on this stuff and talk to my buddy. Chris, can you believe it's been since 1980 since we met? So the last time I saw you was 43 years ago.
Oh, God. Yeah. You know, I was thinking about that the other day. How few people from my hometown that I still know, the people that I grew up with, are very, very few. Yet the longest, the most enduring relationships I have had in my life are all with people on the radio, and they're all pushing, I've known people on here 50-plus years.
That is so cool, man. That is so cool. I'm writing songs. I have a little deal through Sony. I'll send you the new album if you like. Really cool things to tell you about. Herbie Hancock's bass player is coming here in the middle of January, and some other great players. And it's very jazz, so I'll have you over at some point, and I'll show you the mixing board, the Neve console. All discreet, Class A, just, you know, fat, beautiful sound, transformers, all that stuff that you love. So we'll get together, buddy.
Oh, yeah, it'd be great. I'm glad I ran into you again. Yeah, well, you're in Somers or Katona? You're out by, I forget exactly, but I think you're in Katona. That's only 40 minutes from here. Yeah, that'd be great. That'd be great. I can't, remember you made that tape for me? I came out with my pedal steel guitar, and you did some really nice backup for me, and I played some really bad steel guitar trying to parrot Count Basie, and beautiful tape. I can't find it to this day.
Oh, jeez. Oh, my God. Okay. Bear, thank you for your patience. I will tell Mike V and I that we spoke. We're back in touch, and I'll tell him that we spoke. He'll get a real kick out of this. OMH. You know who I really miss? Bill, W3DUQ. Good night, my friend. Good night, Bear.
Yeah, we all miss him. He and Tim Tron were my mentors on here. 7-3's great to hear you. W2 JBL.
Good night, Bear. Merry Christmas, buddy.
Is that Daryl? Somebody just said hello. I didn't catch who it was.
You don't know?
Well, now I know. I heard you. I was out in the mobile before I heard you. You sound great.
It's Daryl.
Yeah, hey, Daryl. I was just saying, I heard you when I was Mobile about an hour ago.
Oh, so how you been doing?
I'm doing good, working on my little radio projects and stuff, and just got got a new Jeep, new 20-year-old Jeep, and I just got done putting the mobile station in that a few days ago. Enjoying that and hanging out and playing radio and playing my guitar. I can't complain.
Good for you. Okay. Well, I'm on the Gates here. Finally got my Gates BC1T, so it's here, and boy, it's like a Christmas toy here for me.
Yeah, it sounds great. I heard what your granddaughter called it. It's right, spot on.
Yeah, she said, Pop, that's a refrigerator.
I love it.
Okay, then. All right, Merry Christmas to you. All right. I'll be standing by a little bit.
Okay, where's Bear?
I just sounded really good on the DC transmitter yesterday.
That's you, Bear?
Yeah, it's me. Am I getting out at all?
You always getting out there, sounding good. It's Darryl.
No, it's Darryl. I said you sounded really good on the broadcast transmitter yesterday. I don't know what you're on today, but you sounded powerful, man.
I'm on the same transmitter. I'm on the BC1T. You're the big old Gates, the refrigerator.
What's the tube lineup in that?
833s.
4 833s?
4 of them.
That's the first broadcast transmitter I ever laid my hands on. I was 16 years old. FCC first class license.
Wow.
WBRV, Black River Valley Radio in Boonville, New York.
Yeah, and they have a big old Gates up in there.
Yep, and it was a real old-fashioned radio station. It was it was out in the cow pasture. Oh man, and it was a real old-fashioned radio station, like American Graffiti. The whole thing, studio, transmitter, and offices were in a 40 by 60 foot World War II surplus Quonset hut.
Wow. Uh-oh, phone ringing. All right, I'll get back.
On the 41000 tonight, Chris?
No, I drove that down to 160 meters and parked it there. So I'm on the Johnson kilowatt, which is what I normally use here on 75, because it won't go to 160. And, have you had a chance to get back out to the country estate and take pictures of the other RF deck?
Yeah, I got pictures of the other RF deck. But I got a problem with it. And I'll tell you what the problem is. You know, I got that other one that I picked up. I think you saw it down the basement in the back room. You remember that one?
I think it was painted a strange color and was self-contained with a power supply, like in a 4-foot cabinet. But you sent me pictures of it.
Yeah, that one. Well, here's the thing. I haven't got to it yet. But what I'm thinking is I want to look at that one real close. Now, I haven't had a close look at it because it's been in the cabinet. The power supply's still upstairs. It's too damn heavy to lift. Can't lift it. It's a really big piece of iron. Holy mackerel. Sheesh. It's bigger than the one you got. And that one's ample. You know, I debated over which iron to give up, you know, and which rig, you know, the whole thing. So, in any event, I got to have a real close look at the one I got. And I mean real close. I want to see how the screen supply is derived and if it's external or what's going on. I got to find out what's going on with the tan one. And we'll call the one I just got the black one. Now, that's a real nice build. It really is. But I got to look at it real close. They both have vacuum caps. The advantage to me of the one that I just got is that it's got a window in the front. And I was, what's the word I'm thinking of? I was conspiring, can we say conspiring with myself to figure out how to put a window in the tan one. But then I got the black one. The black one's got a window. And the guy did the window right. He put mesh behind the glass, so it's actually shielded. Yeah, that's the right way to do it. So I'm thinking that's a real good build. I mean, a really good build. So I have to get into it and trace it out and see really, is it grid drive? Is it cathode drive? Where's the bias coming from? Where's the screen coming from? What's the KV on the plate? I know that probably both of them have the big B&W band switch, so that's a constant. And then I got to see what the input circuit looks like, and if there's any switching. So I got to spend some time with it, Chris, and I'm in the. That's basically it, and I'm in the middle of archaeology because I've become massively overrun. I mean, a major league overrun. So I got to clear the way, and I will get to it. So that's my quandary. And if you have any thoughts on this, tell me what you think.
It's going to be a 2 JBL. Well, if those are lean yars, they're going to be 90% probably. They're going to be grounded grid. There isn't going to be any screen voltage. There's no bias until you get up to the kind of plate voltage that I'm using here. I have cathode bias with diodes. I don't think you're going to find that they're grid driven. That's not in the Ham's playbook. And I'm just looking for an RF deck. Apparently you're saying these are two. Well, I know the one you call the tan one. I know that's complete with a power supply. I had thought that the other one at your country estate was just an RF deck. Because I have all the iron. I have the mod iron. I have two mod transformers. I have the mod reactor. I have plate iron. It's the spare plate iron for the Johnson kilowatt, which is a nice compact transformer. So, I don't know at this point. Now, as to that big heavy power supply that you have upstairs, get together with that strapping young man that you raised, remove the transformer from the power supply, and have the strapping young man carry it downstairs while you quaff your coffee.
Well, we'll see. We'll see how that flies. Yeah, they're both RF decks. They're both linears. And like I say, I'm going to look. I think you're right. I would assume you're right. I'm going to look and see what is what. I'm also going to see what the rating of the vacuum condenserations are. And I have to make a decision, that's all. And I will make a decision, and you can have the other one. I'm keeping the transformer / power supply, which was really just shoved in the bottom of the cabinet. It was built in a box, a metal box, and it was shoved in the bottom of the cabinet, and a front panel was put over it. And it had no special aspect to it, other than the fact it has the largest friggin' piece of plate iron I've ever laid eyes on for a linear. I mean, it's huge. It's really heavy. No. He's not carrying it. No one. Well, I have a friend who's 280 and he's 6'5". He works out and he'll carry it. He'll carry it. He's a monster. But mere mortals aren't carrying a piece of plate iron. And what the D plus is, I'm not sure. I think it's like 5 kV. Pretty sure it's 5 kV. I have to look at it. It's that type of thing. So yeah, so I will look at it, and the one that I decide to keep, I will keep, and the one that I will not keep will be an RF suitable deck. You can have, or we can make a deal, as it were, for the other one. That should work.
Yeah, no problem, no worries, no rush. I'm not going. This is the transmitter is going to be built to use up in the Adirondacks, and I'm not going up there until at least late April, early May, because it snows up there. In the middle of May, it still snows. So I've got the winter to put the thing together, and then the spring, what have you. So it's not a big rush. And if the RF deck is built, all I need to do is convert it to grid-driven configuration. And I can stick my 3-1000 in there and not need a screen supply, which is kind of the plan. Although that's a rare tube. I only have one. Or if I got to look at the first one with the 400s, I could stick a pair of 3-400s in there, and that might be the way to go. But yeah, do your thing. Go through, go through it, and you make up your mind. Just let me know. You know where to find me. So I'd like to get something up there this summer that's bigger than an SB220. Can't be that big because I think I only have 75 amp service in that place. I do have 220, but oh no, that's a separate sub panel. Yeah, okay, and I have a new drop. And when he put the drop in and meter and everything into the house, I think he gave me a feed that's good for 200 amps. It's just my panel is only good for 75 amps. It has 4 glass fuses in it. And the mains fuses are these big Bakelite cartridge fuse holders with these cigar-like fuses in them. I should replace that for something a little bit more modern. It's hard to get glass fuses, believe it or not. So, hey, it'll work itself out. We'll make a deal. Listen, is the Slater open for tours in the winter, or is that a summertime deal?
WB2GCR to W2JBL.
Well, TRH is going to be on the Slater for the next 2 weeks. So you can make an arrangement with him for the next 2 weeks if you want. He was down there at least yesterday for sure working on the TVL. The other thing I was going to mention is that, as I said, anybody else listening, I've got more 4-1000s than I'm ever going to use in a lifetime right now. And I need to test them. So I thought, I could go down and test. Spend an afternoon plugging them in sequentially and bringing them up and all. And then I thought, along the lines of what we're talking about, this is WBTGCR. Did I say that? I don't remember. And we're kind of hogging the frequency, but, I put quarters in, right in the slot. I put like a handful of quarters in, so I should be okay. So I'm thinking to myself, I just got to bring that big ass transformer downstairs and get it fired up with that. On the other hand, it's a 220. I got to think about it. Or either that or the RF deck has to come upstairs, which is probably easier. But the two have to get together, you see, and then I can test my own 4-1000s. I don't need to, drive down to you. Not that there's anything wrong with driving out to you, just that, once you start doing this and bringing stuff up and, variacing and plugging in, it can take a while. So I was thinking to myself, I'll get that power supply up and running, and also, anybody who needs mercury vapor rectifiers, I am flush, baby. The big ones and the 866s. I got mercury vapor rectifiers coming out of my tail. Anybody listening here, I'm good on QRZ and AM tone, etc., blah, blah, blah. Anyway, so I've got these 4-1000s I need to test. So this is a motivating factor, see? So the power supply, the RF deck, putting them together, turning it on, making it work. Wait a second. This is going to get serious real quick. So as you can see, it's going to get serious real quick, but I can't do that until I finish the archaeology project, because I'm totally overrun between stuff I just got and stuff that I had picked up almost a year and a half, 2 years ago from the HAL auction. I can't move. So I made a run down to the country estate today with the back of the van full of archaeological artifacts that are not of prime value to the current operation. So I've got to keep that going, and that's what I've been doing for the last couple of days. So
eventually, at the end of that ramp, though, there will be rabbit holes and the possibility of those things coming together. The Ford National Balance is getting tested. As always, you always get more tested for National Balance. And, you know, pictures and arrows to pictures with, what is it? Pictures with arrows on the back. I don't remember how. Anyway, so that's what I'm doing, Chris, and trying to fix this stupid DX100 that was, and then a guy brought me a Marantz 9 audio amplifier to fix, and I got that done. You know, and it just keeps going round and round. So, you know, I just gotta keep on keeping on. It'll all come together. Well, I hate to disappoint you, Bear. And Bear, what's your call? Bear, what's your call sign? That was WB2GCR, Bear, transmitting there from Albany. This is W2JBL. Oh, I think I said that already. Your window of opportunity for testing Ford Ash 1000s ended just about a year ago. Yeah, it would be next week, probably. It would be a year. When I still had that in the shop on the work cart with the top cover off and so on and so forth. To do it now is not going to happen. I'm very sorry. It will have to be disconnected. The RF deck will have to be disconnected. It'll have to come out of the rack. You have to take the top cover off. And to change the tube, you have to remove part of the band switch and several of the extended shafts. It's a procedure to change that tube. I'm very sorry. Right now, where that is, you saw it, and I can't accommodate you. Fair. There, if you're listening, I'll be right back. I gotta grab a container of my favorite beverage. W2JB. Chris, who the heck were you talking to? I couldn't hear him. I'm talking to you. I thought you were talking to someone else. Bear? That's me. Band is going long. Band is going long. Did you get what I said about testing the tubes? I can't do it. The RF deck has to come out of the rack, be disconnected, come out of the rack, disassembled. Parts of the band switch and the mechanical parts have to be removed just to change the tube. It's an ordeal. The band switch on which? The Ford Ash 1000. It's not easy to change that tube, and I have to take it out. It's not practical. If you'd asked me a year ago when I still had it in the shop, I would have said, burn rubber down here and I could do it for you. But now, no. On yours or on mine? The one I got, the top comes off. It's got a top lid. You come in from the top. Yes, the one that I got from you. Yes, the top cover. You have to remove the top cover. You have to remove the shaft for the band switch, and you have to remove the shaft for you have to remove the shaft for the plate tuning. It's not a simple thing, and it's bolted into that rack. I mean, I could get the top cover off of it, but it's 6 feet off of the floor. It's just, I'm sorry, it's not going to happen. Oh, I see. I'm with you now. Sure. Okay, now we're on the same page. Okay, so I'll take that off the list. I have no idea. I thought you could get at it from the back, no? No, negative. The only way out is through the top. And the guy even cut the lip of the lip on the edge of the cabinet on one side, cut to clear the tube coming out, to prevent the requirement for even further disassembly. It's a project. It's a project, and it's been so good and so reliable. I really don't want to disturb it. Okay, carousel. Yeah, I got you. Yeah. This one's I think easier to get at. And that's another thing I want to look at.
That's another thing I want to look at is the relative relationships between things, because they are, homebrew builds. So yeah, okay, I see what you're saying. No problem. No problem. We'll do the work here. It's just going to take a little longer than I want, because there's 47 projects, man. Holy cow! And I'm really just starting to feel sort of human again. I mean, I run a little, I get a little cycling going on, but I was really beat the crap out by that Lyme, and then about 2 weeks ago I got a week and a half flu cold thing. I was terrible there. I just starting to get going again. So, man, it's tough, because I wish I could do 10, 12-hour days, but I'm not getting anything close to that, and you can't get stuff done. So I'm just building up and trying to keep building up. It's rough. Wah, wah, wah. Whoa, oh, oh. Poor, pitiful me. Uh-oh.
Well, hell, we're not 18 anymore. You got 47 projects ahead of you. I've probably got 49. It's piled up here. I'm behind on projects by a lot. Now I got this Jeep, and I got work I got to do to that. Blah, blah, blah. But I'm really hoping the first project up for the winter is the Class A audio driver for the Johnson Kilowatt, and then after that the Kilowatt plate modulated RF deck. Yours or somebody's. I don't know. But yeah, the band is starting to go along. But I'm sorry about that test in the tube. If I'd have known when I still had that thing in the shop, it would have been a breeze. That would have been a breeze, but not now. You know what? Talk to Terry. Give Terry a call. I believe he has a test fixture for testing power tubes.
Yeah, but he's probably got it up at his camp, don't you think? I'll talk to Terry, sure. But he's probably got it up at the camp.
No, it's in his basement. I've seen it.
I'll give him a jingle. I'll give him a call. Give him a call tomorrow and see what his deal is. Because he's been threatening to come over here, but he doesn't do it, I think he's afraid of bears.
I think he's afraid to leave his wife alone.
Yeah, QSL. I understand. Yep. I got it. But I'll give him a ring, because that would be a good way to go. That would be good if there's a test jig. That would make things a lot easier. And I didn't have all these 4-1000s, Chris, when you had that on the bench. I had like 4 of them. I don't need to test 4 because I'm not selling 4. I got a lot more than 4 now. It's like crazy. It's crazy. I've got too many. I don't need that many. I don't think I do, unless I'm building a 2x2 4-1000 rig, and I don't think I'm doing that. So I got too many 4-1000. I'll tell you, Chris, I never ever. If you had told me, last century, there, you're going to be sitting in a house one day, and you're going to have too many 4-1000s. I would have said to you, you're crazy. I don't even have one. I can't afford one. They never come to me. They avoid me. It just doesn't happen. And here I am sitting here with way too many 4-1000s. It's crazy.
Yeah, funny how that goes. You know what I wish? Well, I tested the 3-1000 that I got from Joe Crow N3IBX, and that tested good. And I tested the brand new 4-1000 that I got from Terry, and obviously that was good. And the tube that you gave me with the amplifier tested every bit as good as the brand new one. So that's the one I'm using. But so I'm fine with 4x1s, but what I don't have, and I want, is another 3-1000. If I could have a spare 3-1000, then I would build the triode RF deck with one of those.
Yeah, that would be great, but they just didn't make that many of them. You know, they just didn't make them. That's a shame. That's a shame, yeah. Well, okay, so that's all good. That's all good. And I've got another really sweet 3-5 pair of 3-500 linear. It's really compact. Doesn't have the power supply in it, but it's really compact. It's a nice small dual 3-5000 500 3-500. Sorry, linear, and it's out of a 70s. No, wait a second. What year did he say? A 90s handbook. It's an exact copy out of a handbook. It's a beautiful job, and that one should go to someone who needs a friggin' linear. You know, I mean, you can make a power supply for that. So, I mean, that's just sitting here. I gotta find a home for that one too.
Oh, I know that article. I know the article. I think I have the handbook. No, I know it from the QST article. I have the QST. Yes, that is a nice build. The power supply that they did was a little iffy, but the RF deck was beautiful. Yeah. That's good stuff. If that's well built, geez, you get 500-watt carrier out of that. You know, that's not an SB220. That's a healthy tube. And deployed properly, you can easily get, 500-watt carrier out of them. I gotta grab a beer. W2JBL.
Well, I've monopolized this frequency for a while. Any other stations listening like to come in, we can move on to some other topics other than the fact that Bear has 4-1000s growing under his grow lights downstairs. Anybody else want to come in? Well, I guess that would be a big, strong no. Oh, man. I'm telling you, it's ham radio-wise, it's beyond my wildest dreams. You know that? It's completely beyond my wildest dreams. I never in a million years, 25 years ago, would have thought that I would have all of the ham radio booty that I have, nor would I think for a second I would have all the audio booty I have today. It's remarkable. You know, I'm like an extremely wealthy person in terms of those two hobbies. Not that I've spent a lot of money. It's just that somehow the stuff has gravitated. I've kept my eyes open, and every once in a while something comes along, and I'm happy that it comes to me when it does. It's not, like the world's greatest thing ever, making millions of dollars or anything like that, but I'm happy to have some good stuff, man. It's fun to have good stuff, isn't it?
Yep. Well, if you'd asked me 25 years ago, 25 years ago, I would have never thought that I'd be sitting here today running Irwin Richard W2VJZ's Johnson kilowatt. He is my arch enemy at that point. In fact, I was running around in his yard planting jamming transmitters 25 years ago. In Herb's yard, yeah. Never thought I'd end up with his transmitter. Nor did I ever think I would have a 4-1000 amplifier with 5,000 volts on the plate. 25 years ago. I was living in this about 700 square foot basement apartment in White Plains, New York, with a really beautiful radio station, all the stuff I have here. Basically all the stuff I have here. I had 2 R390As on my desk. God, I had a beautiful station, and I had a wet piece of snot for an antenna, and I was piss weak. That was 25 years ago. My, how things have changed for both of us. And of course, I have since accumulated a lot more equipment. I don't know how well you're hearing me, but your signal is getting kind of watery.
Yeah, you sound like you're underwater, Chris. So, you know, I still copy you. It's Q4.7. Q4.7, but I'm telling you, man, these band conditions are the worst. It's horrible. You know, really terrible overall band conditions for the past 10 years now.
Yeah, I'm going to throw in the towel at this point. It's getting rough. You're getting weaker, and the sidebanders are sidebanders are starting to take you out because you're getting a lot weaker. So hey, man, good to talk to you. I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to head down to 160 and see what's going on down there for a little while. So that was good to run into to Gordon again. Haven't heard him in a year. So 7-3s, man. We'll try it again tomorrow. WB2GCR. This is W2JBL.
Those are the chimes. See you later. W2JBL. W2GCR, our Pirates Canadian Small Bunny, hopping and hippity hopping and down into another rabbit hole. 73. Catch you soon.
Oh my, yeah. Oh, you're strapping.
Yeah, you know, band conditions, who knows how long they're going to last. Started digging around. You know, I got a whistle there and put my hand way to the back of the fence and pulling it in from the front.
Well, you were on the right frequency. Absolutely on the right frequency. Where you are now. Yes, indeed.
Well, I know where it is. I'll have to dig it out and pack it very carefully. Yeah, I think there are some in it.
This is 2 inches of padding between both boxes. It'll be really serious.
Well, I use U.S. Postal Service and don't use UPS.
That's fair. I'll be for 4 couple, but
Oh, I know. Well, as you know, it's a pretty intense job to pack stuff and do it right. And I got lots of packing materials to do so. Yeah, well, that I'm well aware of, and the last few things I shipped, believe me, they're very tightly secured. Wow.
That's a 1948. That'll stick about 3 inches out the fork.
Oh, God. An HRO, huh? Real old one, I take it. Oh, okay. I was thinking of something else. My mind wandered a bit. Yeah, that's got, what, a pair of 6AG7s on the output.
Oh, yeah, that's totally worked out. That's totally worked out. I mean, I gotta go ahead and record it. I want the Johnson Cole off of the Johnson Cole off of rules off of one air. So I'm gonna work the way. I'm gonna put it in the corporate van and it works. It's stored. It sounds very good. Yeah, I have it now. I need to go and sort some of the PA problems. I think an old Dave Morse, but that's a project problem. That's not me. If it means you want the main part, never have my hands on one. Oh, you got so lucky. I'll be right. As I mentioned, that was the receiver at my father's superstation that we put together at his parents' house in Oneida. The receiver blew into his best friend. Killer K2HH was going to be a silent KYD. And always told how great the SW3 was compared to his homegrown Toto 3. That was a project that he wanted to do in the air. But he wanted to own the screen with detectors. Original receiver of the screen with detectors. He wanted to code something like SW3. I never got to a place where that would be a really nice addition to the station here. I could team it up with my 210 Walkman.
Yes. Yeah, now the conditions are going down to the toilet. You hear me all right?
Slow bucketeers are starting to take over.
All right, well, I'm going to head to 160. I'm not exactly sure where I'm going to be, but I'll be on 160 as per our email correspondence. But who the hell knows? If you give me a minute, I'll put the race marks down there and see what's going on, and I'll tell you.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to get down there to 160. That station's in the basement. I have to heat it up. I have to put up a cold store on right now, the temperature is 50 degrees down there right now. By the time I get the temperature, it's going to be too late. I'm going to pass.
Yeah, I understand.
Don't go on 160 on Ragchew. Then again, there's 400 people on there. Hey, you're fading out fast, man. I'll catch you later. WH Wars, W2JBL.
Yep, see you later.
Hello, radio. Hello, radio. Hello, radio. Hello, radio. 3872. Victor Echo 1HF, I have a light copy on you, but I wanted you to know that you're making the trip to New York. This is Whiskey 2, good old radio. Over, over.
Mm-hmm.
comes in. The Hotmail address, that is my email address that I use all the time. I have another email address that I never use. Actually, it's my ISP email address, but I find the Hotmail, it works a lot better for me. I use that. I very rarely use my ISP email. This web-based email can get on any computer anywhere, I can log into it. That works out very well for what I do here. And tried this frequency, and working it online. This band would get crowded sometime in the evening. You'd have to hunt, find a clear spot to operate. The band